Jim Parsons is a star of stage and screen. You love him as Sheldon on The Big Bang Theory, and now he's got a new film out to talk with us about, and he's right here at AOL.com. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
So we love you for your comedy, but this is a very serious film. Tell us about your project right now.
Well, this is The Normal Heart. It'll air on HBO, and this is from Larry Kramer's stage play back in the early 80s, written right at the height of the beginning of the AIDS crisis here in New York. And this is the tale, really, of the beginnings of what he started, the gay men's health crisis.
You know, I'm very interested in starting up some sort of services for the patients. We've got to start talking about them. Also, there are a lot of very scared people out there, and they're desperate for information. I'd like to start a hotline.
Who's he?
Ooh, he does not know who I am yet. His name is Tommy Boatwright. In real life, he is a hospital administrator. He's here to help, and he's a Southern bitch.
Just dealing with the whole HIV issue, you know, they didn't know what was going on. And I've said this before, but there is an element of the true life horror story to it. You know, there was truly a killer. People were dying like that, and nobody really knew why.
A lot has changed since 1985, and people have tried to make this film. Barbra Streisand wanted this film made. Brad Pitt's production company ended up being the ones behind this one with HBO. How is the message more or less powerful now than it might have been if it had been made years ago? Do you think it's more powerful now?
I don't know if the power, the intensity of the power behind the message, I don't know that that changes. I think that it was obviously very powerful the first time it was even on stage at the Public Theater. But I think the reason it succeeds, and the reason it has lasted, and the reason it still packs such a punch today is that it's about a humanity issue that's bigger than that. It feels like the specificity going on here about a group of people being shunted aside, or we're trying to ignore them, or this issue isn't important to us because these people aren't important to us, you know. That's not something, that's something that has happened before this issue, and I think that's something that will happen again. It's probably happening somewhere right this minute. And I think that's one of the things that's so easy to connect to, in a sad way, frankly, you know, but that's part of being human.
Okay, Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
Enormous success. Show of a generation, really.
Okay.
Okay, you'll take it? Yeah. 23+ million people watch it every week. On syndication, the repeats are even unstoppable. Really. They always win the night on cable. Do you fall right into this character right before you go? Like, do you even have to prepare or kind of prepare yourself to be Sheldon now when you get on the set?
No. No, but there wasn't a ton of that before, if I'm being honest. And not because I felt like, well, I'm him at all, but because of the way he was written and the way they continue to write him. And I think all the characters, but I can't speak for the other ones that I haven't played, although you should see my penny. No, but there's nothing, to me, it's all right there. It's always been right there, you know, and I feel like the words he chooses and the way he strings them together and the things he decides to say to other people and the rhythm, there's huge rhythm issues with these writers. I mean, it is just...
So much timing.
The whole thing's like a 22-minute verbal musical in a lot of ways to my ear.
Now that he and Penny are engaged, he may not want to live with me anymore.
Here, I made you some strawberry quick.
I have real problems here, Amy. I can't be mollified with a beverage designed for children. Yummy.
You know, this might work out for the best. I mean, you're always complaining about what a terrible roommate Leonard is. Like how he turns up the thermostat when you're not there.
Oh, it's like walking into the Amazon. And not the good Amazon with one-day shipping. It's the awful one with birds and snakes.
And that dictates so much once you give into that. For me, it does at least, about that affects your movement, that affects your speech, that affects, you know, it just all flows. I'm not naive, I'm sure, I know that I bring something to the role, that's not my point. But no, by the time you've put on the double layer of t-shirt, which happens every scene, and
Do you ever get hot? Do you ever get hot?
No, I don't get hot.
No.
I don't get hot, but I do get tired of, I mean, stupid occupational hazard, but it's always the the long sleeve under the short sleeve, and if the collars aren't matching, it's a constant tug of war with the straightening. I mean, my entire life is people going like this to me.
You suffer.
Right.
Right.
You know, yeah.
Now,
Sweatshop work.
Speaking of timing, though, there are these moments on the show when there's a pause, and we all wait and wonder if a certain word is coming next.
The B word.
The B word. That's your B word.
Yeah.
Okay, so one, did you ever have reservations about having a word?
No.
No.
Well, it wasn't. Oh, I mean, it was
It
a
didn't
word,
be-
but it wasn't. That wasn't the point. I don't even remember the first time it came up now. I used to be able to remember, and I really don't remember. I remember the moment, but I don't remember the episode or what it was about.
But it's now people are mashing them up on YouTube. They're like putting together your best bazingas. That sounds dirtier than it is, but.
Well, it's better than like dumbass or something, you know.
Do you remember where that word even came from? Who thought of it?
And again, I did used to know this, and I don't remember now. It's been such
It's been 7 seasons.
a B-fest.
And it started in season 1, right?
Was it season 1?
Well, according to someone who mashed it up together on YouTube. Then let's
then
believe.
it's season 1. One of the writers, God, I wish I could remember his name. He came up. He used to say it apparently in the writers' room. That's the tale I've heard.
That's hilarious.
But I remember it wasn't in a script. It was one of those moments where we work on a scene, and then you go and take notes from the producers and the writers right before the. And if I'm correct, it was inserted right before a taping. Basically, it was like that would work in here. What if he said Bazinga after that?
Because that probably wouldn't read well at a table read, but in front of your audience, they probably ate it up.
Well, the writers liked it, but they knew what it meant, you know. But I knew what it meant the moment they said it. There's something, it's like, gotcha. You know, it's just in that energy. It's just something about it. Yeah. So I don't know. I like it because it's not. Again, it's not plain English in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
And that's very handy.
Exactly. Okay, so we've got a
Maybe.
few lines.
I
You
want-
might be
are they
able to.
mine?
They're your lines.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Okay,
you never
these
know.
are some Sheldonisms.
Okay.
I'll see if you can finish these.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm not going to try and do your character because that would just be.
I wouldn't even know what that would
Awkward for
mean.
both of us.
I would, yeah, no, fine.
Okay, good. Okay, this line is memory impairment. The free prize at the bottom of
Every bottle of vodka?
Yes.
Is that
very
right?
good. Ding, 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 ding. You got it. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I insult you? Is your body mass somehow tied to your
Self-worth?
Yes. You're
These
good.
are years ago.
Years ago. Wow. Okay.
Those
This-
are both to Penny,
Another. Oh, really?
I think. No, I think the first one was to Amy. I don't remember.
Okay. Another Sheldonism. My mom smokes in the car. Jesus is okay with it, but.
Don't tell Dad.
Is
that right?
Yes.
See, but again,
You need
this
to
is
cheer
a rhythm
when he gets
issue.
them right. What'd you say?
You don't need to cheer when I get anything right.
Yes, you do.
I have a job. That's enough of a
Okay, yeah.
cheering.
More love. More love. What were you gonna say?
It's the rhythm thing,
Oh, okay. So it's partly my amazing delivery that's helping you.
not
rhythm.
your rhythm thing. The writer's rhythm thing.
No, I think it's I'm playing a part here. Throw me a bone. Throw me a bone.
You have
Okay.
a nice tie. There's
Thank
your
you.
bone.
Oh, thank you. Okay. One cries because one is sad. For example, I cry because others are stupid, and that.
Makes me sad.
For the record, I do have genitals. They're functional and
Visually, aesthetically pleasing.
Yes. Very well done. Let's give him a round of applause
Thank
for
you.
that.
The last two didn't get me though.
So,
you.
Big Bang Theory weeknights. What night?
Monday night.
Monday night at
8 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Central. I don't know about the West. Well, West it's 8 because I'm there.
Right. There you go. And
I don't program TV. What?
Exactly. That's a lot to ask. The Normal Heart debuts May 25th at 9 p.m. on HBO. We thank you for all the laughs and for your
Thank
great
you.
heart. We appreciate it. And continue watching more videos like this one right here on AOL.com.